Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Premier League action this Tuesday evening here, live from Darwin Football Stadium, Larrakia Park. We don't quite have the following round of men's action to bring to you this evening, but instead we have round 6 belated football, which was, of course, postponed due to Mindle's match against Verdi here held in regards to the Australia Cup, but we're joined with it now. So a catch-up game for both these sides, and both teams having met each other only a couple days ago on Friday evening of previous week in the Men's Premier League. It was the Aces which claimed a 3-1 victory, an Uche Aquara double, as well as a Burbage goal as well. Ponlu Yin got one back for the Reds to make it 2-1 before that man Dominic Burbage scored from distance to give the Aces all 3 points. Will it be the same story tonight? We will see in just moments' time. Of course, Darwin Olympic this evening coming in the away side, 5th place on the Premier League table. What 3 points would do for their campaign, absolutely. Likewise, the Aces, of course, with Hellenic, the league leaders, getting a victory on Saturday night in dramatic fashion. They will love 3 points to keep in touch with the top of the pile. So, if anything is to be believed, it is that will be action tonight, and there will be a lot of entertainment. So, looks like Darwin Olympic will get us kicked off and underway. They're being left to right on your screens in their traditional red and white stripes, and the Aces there, the home side, in their black and yellow. Referee Nasir Jamoun ready to go in the centre. All to go, and off we are. Olympic with a kickoff. Kathapoulos to Yakos. Back via Stevenson. Now the Nasir goes across to the returning Kwana, the captain this evening, a player who didn't take the field in Friday's encounter. Ponlu Yin, touch wide is errored. Now Uche Aquara looks to spin away from the Nasir. Quick start, perhaps for the Aces. He cuts inside. Ball looking to come in. Brifty, almost on the edge of the area. Backed in towards goal. Looking to turn away from a couple of players. Yin eventually arrives and clears his lines. That's a good header from Barnard. And McDowell with the flick on. Matete gets the header. Cameron heads wide, looking for Aquara. And Geekus can make the comfortable gather there. Roll it out wide for his centre half. The Nasir to Stevenson. Back to the Nasir. Pass forward, looking for Yin and Kathapoulos. They collide with one another. The two Olympic players needed to work that one out. Voicey with possession, though, for the Reds, and he'll come back out wide for Stevenson. Tuck inside for Isaac Voicey, looking to pace away from Prifty. Now Yakos. He looks to get in, but Barnard makes a strong challenge, and his ball is errored, but it was a good challenge there. Strong one from Matthew Barnard. The Nasir. Yakos takes a touch and hits it forward to Ponlu Yin. Gets tackled momentarily by Ioannis Kaisalis, and now it was looking for a wide ball for Davies, but that ball will trail out of play. That's right on the far side. Matthew Wright will take the throw. Proceed inboard, looking for Prifty. Still with possession now. Clifford Maynard. He'll come back now for Matthew Mifsud, who's being tasked with more of a centre-half role position this evening, as Cameron comes out to this, crosses swiftly. Matete arrives to call the danger, and he falls for Ioannis Kaisalis. Stevenson gets involved. Second challenge. Brifty looking to dispossess Matete. Matete knocks it wide, looking for Yin, but unfortunately he's unable to scurry across to that ball to keep it alive, so we'll just go out of play for a Mindle throw. Thrown down the line, looking for Prifty. Backed up by the Nasir. It's a good release pass. Here is Cameron. He's pacing away inside the box, looking to cut inside Aquara. It's a point-blank save by Geekus. Voicey looking to get involved, and it's a free kick against the Mindle forward. Good early chance there for the Aces, and Geekus standing firm in these opening 3 minutes. Now Davies, put to ground by Kipyator. Free kick, says the referee. And Quana will edge forward to take this one. Short pass there to DaCosta. Now Quana back to Lewis DaCosta, one of those substitutes last Friday, and his impact evidently changed the game for Olympic, given the starting role this evening. As Yakos looks over the top, asking Yin to retrieve, and Kaisalis just gets there and clears his lines. Means Olympic can edge forward via this throw-in. Beautiful conditions here on this Tuesday evening in the territory, just past 7 p.m. local time, and it's already down to 21 degrees, and with an overnight low of 15, say this temperature might dip a little bit more for the players. So comfortable yet cool conditions, clear skies, and we've got some great football ahead of us as Kathapoulis' cross comes in. DaCosta tried to control it. Maina will spin out to Yin, but he controls it only for the advantage of Prifty, and then a bit of a tussle for the ball with Kipyator and Matete. The Mindel winger plays it back now, and Matthew Wright can take possession. McDowell, his pass retreating back. Barnard's there in the corner. And he'll look to clear forward, looking for an outlet. Davies with the header. Voicey's there in the centre. Look to come away from Cameron. And a free kick will be blown there against Cameron for the trailing leg. So very vocal early on is the Darwin Olympic coach there, Lewis Bunton, just relaying instruction to his red and white players. Quick free kick taken out there. Davies looks to go down the line for DaCosta. Cross coming in, it's looping. Oh, it's forcing a touch on. Oh, it's gone in! That's a goal out of nothing there, Lewis DaCosta. Hopefully we get another look at that one, but more or less looked like a cross from Lewis DaCosta, and it went all the way in. A goal for Darwin Olympic early on. 5.5 minutes on the North Crest scoreboard. And, well, I'm not sure if they thought that was going in. Certainly caught keeper Pothik Mondol off awares there. So Olympic have a lead early on. It's about this time on Friday they conceded. So 1-0 to the Reds early on as Kaisalis coming forward with possession. His pass goes out of play. They'll want to respond here, the Aces, and Olympic likewise will want to dig in the trenches and hold on to this lead, build on it. Certainly don't want to concede early on as Yin tries to get the header in. Kaisalis bumped in the back there. Play on, says the referee. Cameron, error touch as Voicey pokes it forward. Still with Kathapoulis, looking to get forward. And a free kick can be blown for Olympic as Kathapoulis is put to ground. Stevenson with this free kick. Assesses his options. Looks for a switch ball. Right arrives to header. Davies gets there in ahead of Kipyator, and now Yakos. His pass is soft, but Kipyator was able to play it off Davies and out of play for a Mindel throw. So they'll want to certainly make amends for that one, Mindel. Can't say it was anything more than just catching Mondol unawares there. There was an awkward bounce, and unfortunately for him, it did bounce over his head, as now Matete has the ball. Across the field here for Stevenson, allows it to roll across, turns away from Cameron, pokes it in for Matete, closed down by Maina, almost leaves it behind there. Now Aquara. This could be promising for Mindel, as Uche Aquara comes away from a couple, enters the box, it's a good tackle. It's a very good challenge there from Matete. And a corner kick, will be called. So Maina appealing for that one, as well as a number of Mindel players. Aquara not immediately back to his feet. Stays to ground. And Maybe just needs a moment to gather himself and continue in this game. It looks to be okay. No treatment needed as this corner can look to be played in. Andrew Prifty will look to deliver this one. And he comes with the delivery. It's lowly driven. Geekus just makes collection there. Rolls it forward for Yayakos to take. Looking to release an option, perhaps Yayakos. He looks to go down the line. Kathapoulis takes. Might look to come past Mifsud, and free kick is the decision. Kathapoulis played it cleverly to lure in the contact and go to ground. So Olympic with another free kick. And another chance to put a ball into the box. Not quite the tallest of sides this evening. Of course, one of their players that would have provided a lot of height is what I think is the injured Luka Chulovic, who did play on Friday. As Yayakos' ball comes in, it's into a dangerous area. It comes out to Kipyator. Can he release a first-time ball? Voicey chases him down. Now Matete combines. Kipyator, look at that tenacious chase as Matete comes back to the goalkeeper here, Geekus. Looking to lift it forward. Headed down by Mifsud. Spinning header goes to Barnard. Now Maynard. Now Emmanuel Kipyator look to come past Davies. Utilise his pace. Cuts inside, looks for an option. Instead just retains the ball. Back to Barnard. Barnard comes inside for McDowell. Turns in away from Voicey, but Voicey is there providing chase. As now McDowell looks to get back to that second ball, and Kwana just hoofs it up into the air. Guess if no options on, just head to safety into outfield, and that's exactly what he does. So throw in for the Aces on this far side. 10.5 minutes gone on the Northcrest scoreboard. Just the one goal advantage, an early Lewis DaCosta cross, which found its way all the way in. He's the difference maker at the moment. Throw comes in by Wright. Quara looks to come past Quana, and it did go out of play for a goal kick, so that one will be a Olympic goal kick. Short kick taken. Geekus to the Nasir. Coming inside for Voicey. Not reading that too well. McDowell can spin away. Look to come inside the box. McDowell turning away from Quana. His shot's blocked. Kipyator looked to get there first, but Davies arrived, and now Lewis DaCosta. He looked to come away from Matthew Wright, and McDowell corralling the Olympic forward. The Aces went away with the ball, and I think Wright brought to ground there by Voicey. So conceding the free kick, and an opportunity for Mindel to play a set piece into the box, sending Barnard forward. Another taller defender. So an option for the Aces. Variation certainly, as McDowell and Aquara all also in the box. Can Clifford Maynard find either? Chipped ball comes into that area. Brought down by McDowell. Wright's there. Dangerous defending. Kipyator block shot. This might spin out to Cameron, and he looked for a first-time strike, and, well, the evidence is clear. It went out for a goal kick. So certainly a long, long way to go in this game, but a result at the moment which would do wonders for Olympic season. Both sides playing for equal significance. And with the Aces having games in hand, of course, that they do turn the tide tonight and keep on winning, they may just catch Hellenic at the top of the table. So it will be an interesting set of weeks to come, of course, with Hellenic Athletic Club on the 10th of August taking place in the Australia Cup round of 32. As the Aces are coming forward in another attack. Mifsud. Wide to Kaisalis. His ball forward early on. Stevenson picks it off. Yayakos looks to get there. He poked it forward, but to no advantage. Now Clifford Maynard. His ball wider, looking for Prifty. Header first time. Matete arrives and carefully keeps the ball at his feet, but he might be dispossessed here. He is by Andrew Prifty. Still with the Mindel attacker. A couple Olympic players able to squeeze possession away, but the Aces retain it. Mifsud looking for a ball over the top as his ball will trail all the way through to the goalkeeper in Geekus. And the Anasir now takes the ball forward for Voicey, looking to pace away from McDowell, who's chasing. Pressure being played onto him as he plays it wide to Ponlu Yin. Ball forward, looking for DaCosta, and the flag goes up that time, but it was good invention. Ponlu Yin's ball nearly found free DaCosta. The offside flag denied him as Mifsud plays this one forward. Uche Kwara back to McDowell. Now Mifsud proceeds forward with possession. Cameron traps it. Prifty looking for perhaps a flick first time, and it's a little too powerful, but very skillful and very aware there. Andrew Prifty. Cameron made the return run, but just that creative flick on was a little too powerful for the number 7 to get on the end of. So a throw-in to come. Stevenson looking to throw down the line, picked off here by Mindel. Aquara looking to turn on Kwana. Matete still with Jux Matete. He looks to launch long, and now Lewis DaCosta. He looks to run in, perhaps against Barnard. He continues with possession, cuts it away from Barnard, cuts it inside. Yayakos, and he drives straight at Mondol. Chance there for Olympic to add a second. Just didn't quite catch the ball correctly there, Yayakos, and Mondol makes a relatively easy save. Mindel, though, coming on the other side. Here is Kwana and Aquara. Geekus should come across and keep this one alive. He does, and just pokes it out into the side. Cameron throws in for McDowell. Now Ioannis Kaisalis. Nice cheeky flick on, but Olympic might come away here. Yayakos looking to lift it over the top. Mifsud still with Kathapoulis. He can drive it. Mifsud if he wants to. He'll proceed inside the box, looking to cut it inside. No quite a teammate there for him. And DaCosta, I think, didn't quite make the full commitment to that one. Allowed Mondol just to collect that, and a reset for Mindel. Barnard sends it long, invites the run of Aquara, but Kwana heads. Now Prifty. The NSU does well. Corralled there was McDowell with Voicey. Picking off McDowell here, trying to hunt in packs Olympic. Kathapoulis, Voicey. Now Yayakos, and a little off balance there was Rafael Yayakos. Needed to take a little bit more time just to play the pass, as this is Mifsud looking for a ball over the top. Trailing wide, Kaisalis will look to get out to it and can't quite keep it alive. And so it goes out of play for an Olympic throw deep in their defensive half. And the Aces will look to keep them locked in this position and win the ball back and go on an attack of their own immediately. Stevenson goes to Yayakos, but loses that possession. Kaisalis throws back to Mifsud. Looking to go to McDowell. Flick on there for Cameron. Now Kaisalis. Cross comes into the box, and Geekus is able to make the gather. Now the Anasir Looking forward, McDowell picks off the pass. Chance for the Aces to punish here. Space for Prifty to shoot. He does from distance, and Geekus has thankfully got time to gather that for Olympic and bring possession in his grasp. And he boots it long. A very long pass there. Barnard heads wide, looking for Matthew Wright. He'll get there. DaCosta putting him under some pressure, and Matthew Wright decides to go to ground, and rightly so, earns the foul. Felt the pressure and decided to take the contact and win the foul for his team. Sent forward now and wide. Here is Matthew Mifsud coming forward with possession for the Aces. He is often a wing back at the heart, and he likes to get forward as Stevenson wins it out here. And Ponlu Yin looking to go to Yakos. Oh, and that's a challenge there late from Mifsud. Another free kick to Olympic. So free kick to Olympic, Stevenson. Looking to go down the line, finds Voicey, wanting to turn away from McDowell, looking to proceed. Ponlu Yin combining well with Voicey. The run could be made, Kathapoulis is there, and instead it just goes out of play. Goal kick, the signal. Not quite able to keep that one alive. Our Olympic. So past the 20th minute mark now, still just the 1-0 as Barnard proceeds forward. Still with possession, wide for Wright. Flick on was good. Davies read it. Now Wright once again. Here's Prifty. Players arriving in the centre. Cross comes in a good area. Cameron rising, and Geekus throws the highest, and he throws quickly. Finds Yayakos in a lot of space here and time. Comes back to Ponlu Yin. Sends it down the line looking for Kathapoulis. Mifsud arrives first time and plays the ball. Then Asiu the other way. Yayakos looking to play a cheeky pass. Almost works off for Olympic as Cameron comes away with possession. Still here with James Cameron. Might fancy one from distance. A block comes in from the Asiu, and now Wright. Wide to Kipiator. Might want to knock this around Davies and continue. Instead combines there with Prifty, and Matete does very well to just poke it out of play. So throw in for Mindel again on this far side. We've certainly had opportunities in and around the edge of the area. Good positional play and interplay from their players, so they'll be confident they can absolutely get back into this game in a hurry. Wright comes across, and here is Matthew Mifsud lifting it forward. Stevenson heads. Voicey looking to get it further on for Yayakos. He has possession. Eventually tackled and put to ground. Maynard, Cameron combines with Prifty. Voicey gets across. And now Ponlu Yin. Yin comes back to Stevenson. Here's Matete. Takes a touch and looks to come away. And Cameron pleading that he got the ball there. And another free kick against the Aces. Now, quick ball out wide for Quana. The captain comes forward looking to lay a pass. Wright and DaCosta compete. Kathapoulis gets in first ahead of Clifford Maynard. Here is Rafael Yayakos. He sends a ball wide for Ponlu Yin. Cross is dangerous here. It's curling as Wright plays a first-time ball. Ponlu Yin once again combining here with Voicey well. Yin's cross comes into the box. It's towards the edge, but no man's there for Olympic. Instead, it's Clifford Maynard. Now James Cameron poking it over the top, inviting Aquara to come. And Voicey puts it out of play. Throw in for Mindle in this wide area. Certainly started well, both teams bringing the intensity and the tempo just past the halfway mark in this first half. And it's out of play for a throw. So Olympic can come forward here. With an attempt inside. Kathapoulos controls. Cameron combining. Spinning ball here. Looked to be kept alive by Mondol, and it certainly is. Thrown here for Barnard. And Barnard heads wide. It's a good ball. Finds right in space. He looks to dink it first and forward. He did that, but was able to be collected relatively easily by Geekus. Throws it here now for the Anasu. Looking for Matete. It's a sloppy ball. Dispossessed, and now the Aces can come forward. Kipyator enters the box. Chance for him. Dinks it over Geekus, and Quana's there, thankfully. He's able to quell the danger. Fights Voicey forward, and McDowell makes a strong challenge. And as I mentioned earlier in this game, it was about 21 degrees. We've officially dipped another degree cooler, down to 20 and certainly dropping. So neither team are going to be complaining about the conditions out there. Optimal for high-intensity football, which is what we're getting right now. Cameron's ball forward, looking for Kipyator. It's a sloppy header from Quana. It's going to invite Aquara to come forward. No, it was a very 50-50 ball there. Not 100% sure that was a free kick. More of a tussle of two players. Nevertheless, it's an opportunity for Mindle to find the back of the net. McDowell, Prifty, a number of elite dead ball specialists, and certainly queuing up to plead their case as to who will take this. Wright's joined the party. We'll see if he's whisked away. McDowell looks the most likely. We did see a superb free kick from this position on Saturday. And in that game was Darwin Hart's Sushil Shah who scored that one. We'll see if McDowell can almost replicate it from this position. And so here is the free kick blown. McDowell looked to come in and strike. Hits the wall and deflected out. And go out of play here for a throw now instead. Not quite getting it over the wall. I saw the invention and the idea from McDowell. It just wasn't executed perfectly as he would have liked. McDowell, Matete. Wide pass comes out to Kathapoulos. He lays it back to Yayakos. Now Matete over the top. This ball will invite DaCosta to go for a run. A chance for him to angle forward. Put on a burst of pace, and Wright gets out to it. And instead it's just a free kick. Oh, sorry, not a free kick, a throw-in. Referee didn't quite signal for that one, so it'll just be a Mindle throw on this far side. And so a throw-in is to come, confirmed by the referee there on the far side. McDowell sends it forward to Kipyator, back to McDowell. Angled ball looking for Aquara. Matete gets there. His ball wide looking to find Ponlu Yin. Working away from Kai Salas. Now Yayakos traps it, but it's dispossessed. It's not quite effective with his control there as Stevenson. His ball soft, and Cameron obliges the same thing. So a bit of messy football from both teams in the space of the final couple seconds there, and they'll want to tighten up their games, especially we're only about to hit the first third of it to be elapsed as Kathapoulos competes with Mifsud, and Kaisalis just heeds the danger and puts it out for a throw. Similarly, like the Olympic defenders, if you're under pressure and you think you can't escape, it's perfectly fine to head to the touchline. Now Voicey, McDowell gets in there first. Number of players competing here. Prifty looking to play it forward. Voicey makes a good challenge. Now Yayakos traps it. Voicey back out wide, finds Jacques Matete. Chance for them to play it through. Matete once again looking to poke it forward for Da Costa. He takes possession. Now he looks to angle a pass. Flag stays down. The ball comes across. And Ponlu keeps it not quite alive. It goes out of play for a goal kick. So a quick goal kick perhaps to be taken by Mondo, and it is. Barnard. Oh, trapped there. Dangerous. It'll be a goal kick. The Aces not as vigilant escaping the box as they usually are. Mondo just indicates to Mifsud to take this one. So he places the ball down, Matthew Mifsud, and has a banging clearance on him. He shows that now, clears halfway as it falls to the head of Matete. He heads strongly. Yin trying to keep it alive, but unfortunately a little too much there. Kaisalis looks down the line, looking for Aquara, and Dinasir is able to head it out into touch. Cameron, long throw, looking for Prifty. Heading it away from Quana, and Quana's clever with a backwards header. Now Stevenson comes away from McDowell. Pass wide to Yin. Now Voicey looking to turn away from a couple. Kathapoulos needs to be quick in his decision-making. He is. Ponlu Yin takes the ball, looking for a ball over the top, and does hit off Kaisalis and out of play for a throw. Will be left by Yin for Stevenson. Thrown forward for Yin. Touches inside. McDowell steals it. And now Cameron. Flick on by Prifty. Looking for Aquara. Keeps it alive. Stevenson escapes out to Cameron. And Cameron holds it forward. Nice play from Quana. Now Matete looks for an angled ball. And offside is Kathapoulos. Just not quite reading his positioning the best as Mindle get on with things. Just past the 30th minute mark now as Barnard takes possession, thinks about a forward pass. Might come laterally, instead he goes back across to continue forward. Mifsud takes possession and it just past the halfway line, looking to release a forward pass. Aquara looks to flick it on for Maina, but Yayakos looks to steal it. Heavy touch from the Olympic midfielder. Kipyator takes it, and let's come back to Matthew Barnard of the Aces. Assesses options. Clifford Maynard presents. Kipyator presents now wide. Looking to burst in that pace past Davies. Davies got a touch there, but does go out of play. So a corner kick for Mindle. A chance for them to level things from this set piece. So Maynard with the corner. And he comes. Dink is in a dangerous area. Rising are a couple aces. Big swing, and Stevenson eventually clears. Wright traps the ball, looking to come away from Kathapoulos. Matthew Wright needs to be careful here as it comes out to Maynard. Ball is dinked well. Going to ground there. Aquara trying to get a decisive head to it, but it just goes out of play. So just a goal kick that time. Now here is Quana off the goal kick, trying to come past Aquara. Gets a longer ball off, and Yayakos left it for Kathapoulos. I don't think the communication was exactly there between the two players. So now Mifsud has possession. Plays it forward for Prifty, looking to turn away from Matete. Andrew goes wide, looking for Kipiator. Looking to come past Voice, he does well. Kipiator from distance. Ooh, not a bad strike. Certainly on the replay there, you'll see is testing the feels. Manuel Kipiator strikes from distance there over the bar, and just a let off there for Olympic. 33.5 minutes played on the North Crest scoreboard. Just that early deceiving goal from Lewis da Costa, the difference at the moment as Mifsud goes forward. So does Mifsud. And now Cameron tries to play it for Aquara, but cleverly out was Geekus. He read it well. Prevented the run. Goalkeeper cut off the channel. As now Kwana has possession. Yakos comes short. Back to Kwana. Perhaps change of direction as Geekus goes back to Kwana. Chance for him to drive. Instead he firms up a pass forward. Yakos is in the space. Now Stevenson turns away from Cameron. Now Yakos. Olympic looking to load up wide, and Yakos has played it in that direction. Davies inside for da Costa. Davies goes back to da Costa, and now Davies once more. You're looking for a ball forward, and cut off by Kai Salas. Da Costa does some good defensive work there. Now Matete up and over. Davies should bring this down. He does for da Costa. Chance to skip past right. Lewis da Costa. Good tussle between these two players. Da Costa puts him to ground, and a free kick is conceded by the Olympic winger. Just unfortunately able to use his physical strength to come past the Mindel right back as they take this free kick early. Barnard looking to head inside and comes back to his goalkeeper and Mondol. Now Mifsud. Matthew Mifsud still. Chance to assess and proceed forward now. Space for the defender to drive. He goes wide and wide, but Kwana's there. Here is Yin. Put out into touch by Kai Salas. So throw in for Olympic here. And it's thrown inside to Yakos. Headed back to Stevenson. Now Aquara looking to keep it alive. And it is a Mindel throw. Kai Salas throws inside looking for McDowell. Kwan is able just to clear his lines. And referee says play on as Barnard has possession. He'll drive forward. Barnard finds McDowell, allows it to roll, and then a nice flick on for Kai Salas. Traps on the ball. Looking to play it forward past Stevenson. Here is McDowell. Need to hold him up here, Olympic, as McDowell fancies one inside. Aquara gets there. Stevenson heads out momentarily. Ponlu Yin further forward. And a nice play, and the two players combine there. Free kick to Mindel. And now free kick going backwards. Here's Barnard. Now Clifford Maynor. Right. Back to McDowell. Now Clifford Maynor drops into a right back position as Wright here has come forward. Not picked up either. Goes to ground. And free kick, I think, is signalled. So yellow card shown, I think, to Jacques Matete. And so a free kick, I think, in the edge of the area. For all accounts, I thought that was a penalty, but very difficult to see the painted lines here. Certainly from this distanced position, but golden opportunity here for Mindel to equalise things. as it stands. Andrew Prifty with ball in hand. The Olympic goalkeeper trying to put his wall in a position that they can stop this. The wall asked to proceed a little bit further back. Creates a bit more time for Prifty if he is to put it up and over the wall. So here is the opportunity. Here is Prifty. It's a ball into the box, headed up in the air by the Inasiu, and the strike at the edge from Kipyator. And it goes out of play. Not quite a dangerous ball there. So just a goal kick. Free kick up and over, headed up in by the Inasiu, and Kipyator tried to strike it, and it did go just out of play. Chances will come, and they are coming for Mindle. Just need to refine the output, and they'll surely see an equalizer rustle the back of the net. Short goal kick. Here is the Inasiu. His pass is picked off. Cameron barreling through goal. Chance for Cameron. And play on is the call. Referee not awares to that one. As now Wright comes over it. Combines here with Kipyator. Inside for Maynard. Ponlu Yin with possession. Now Kathapoulos trying to keep things alive. Referee says play on. Lewis DaCosta heads wide. Chance for Olympic to continue this attack. Here is Davies. Closed in here by Kipyator. Kwana comes and just puts clearance in. Wright takes control. Now it's DaCosta. 3 aces around him. Just needs to get rid of it. Eventually dispossessed. Prifty chesting down. Voicey trying to spin away from McDowell. Wright getting into strong challenges. Kwana has possession for Olympic. Now Yayakos. This is frenetic stuff. And a free kick is picked up there behind play. So Olympic can just relieve pressure with less than 5 minutes to go. Now is Kwana. Kwana driving. It's a good pass. Looking for Davies. And Barnard heeds the danger and puts it out into touch. Throw in for Olympic here. Davies. Voicey. Across to DaCosta. Foot to ground there. Referee says play on. Here is Davies once again. Finds DaCosta. Inside ball. Looked for Kathapoulos. He'll get there on the second attempt. Now is Voicey. Chance to put it through. Here's Yayakos. Ooh, and just behind play there. Wasn't quite where he needed to be to really put Mondol under pressure as Minor comes on with a long ball. Nice header from Dionisiu. Stevenson rustling across to that one. Kaisalis can take possession. Time as well. He can proceed to Mifsud. Take a touch and set himself. Look to come wide. Kaisalis. Yin. Now Kathapoulos trying to come past Mifsud. And it will be an Olympic throw. Good interplay there. You'll see on the replay it was almost a chance for Yayakos. A good ball by Voicey and just a little bit too far behind. No matter how hard he ran, Mondol always got there first. Stevenson. Voicey. Thought about the first touch and tries to let it come across. Minor picks his pocket. Clifford Maynard coming forward. Cameron some hard running on this near side. Aquara coming on the other side. Kipyator's there. He can burst away from Davies. Cameron's entered the box. Emmanuel Kipyator and frustratingly over-accelerates away. Of course, as I mentioned over the weekend, this pitch has been narrowed down and reduced in length for the Australia Cup games that were taking place here last week. So players still just getting used to the newer dimensions, of course, all within the laws of the game. In sizing. Oh, and that's a handball. Conceded by Barnard. And Yayakos Dinks a ball over the top. Ponlu Yin's there for Olympic. Ball forward, looks to find Voicey. Further on for Stevenson. Chance for the defender to join in on the attack. Still with Stevenson. Keeps it alive. Cuts the ball back. Ooh, Kathapula steals it away. Chip ball into the box. Yiakos. It's play on. Oh, handball. Late call there. Ends the play. It was good play there from Yiakos. Just wasn't able to really control things. And as it sailed over the bar, nevertheless a handball was given. So that attack was never known to its extent as Mindel come forward. Good space driven there, and Matete saw the danger, plays it out. Prifty with a long throw. Matete heads back in the other direction. Tane Stevenson still getting back to his position for Olympic there. Looked to be nursing a bit of a tight muscle. As now DaCosta comes away. He looks to play it for Kathapoulos. He strongly holds off Barnard. Back to DaCosta. His ball forward. Looping. Kaisalis in the centre for Clifford Maynard. Dinking a ball over the top. Cameron takes the touch. Matete clears. Ponlu Yin traps it well. Pressure being applied onto him. Here's Stevenson. Short ball here for Voicey. And Voicey heads wide. Now it's Lewis DaCosta. Inside for Yiakos. 1-2 ball looking to continue. Wright will nevertheless get there for the Aces. Back to Mondol. I think Mondol comes short to Barnard. Back to Mondol. Goes long. Stevenson's there. Cameron gets the header. A number of Olympic players are there to try and deal with it. Quana has a second go. Now McDowell invited to run forward as Cameron heads into a wide position. Prifty, dangerous, cutting across goal, and corner kick conceded. And right on the stroke of halftime, we've reached the end of regulation. What we play now is at the discretion of the referee. And Mindel looking to snag an equalizer at the break. In comes the corner. Dangerously directed. Back post. Yiakos look to try and get to the end of this and hold them out. Aquara. Maynard. Now Barnard. Back to Clifford Maynard. Looking for a flicked cross. Oh, and McDowell rises and scores right on the stroke of half-time. It was a good ball there from Clifford Maynard. Put it into the back. And it was absolutely finished beautifully from Kane McDowell. Rose well. Has to be said, it was a delightful ball. Clifford Maynard chipping it out and Geekus deciding to come. And that's right on the stroke of half-time. Olympic concede, makes it 1-1. The Aces have their goal back. So that Lewis DaCosta goal cancelled out by a very, very late equaliser to the Aces captain in Kane McDowell. We'll have a short break here at Darwin Football Stadium and we'll rejoin with you for the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Moments away from this second half from kicking off here. It's a catch-up game from round 6 of the Men's Premier League taking place tonight, 1-1. Darwin Olympic took the lead very early on and they were cancelled out on the stroke of half-time. And so second half kicks off and underway. The Aces going left to right on your screens, currently with possession. They head wide to Cameron. Maynard looking over the top for Prifty, but it's cut out now. Lewis DaCosta. Back to Davies. Now Matete gets in the early pass there to heed the danger away from Aquara. Now Geekus proceeds wide to Vianasiu. Looking to load long. And it's a long pass as well, headed by Kaisalis. Kipiator arriving and playing it inside for Clifford Maynard. Now Matthew Barnard looking to come away from Kathapoulis, and will be a Reds throw. So, ball with Adam Davies. Throws it inside to Yayakos. Back to Davies. Pressure applied onto him, but he finds a teammate there in Christos Vianasiu. Chance to attack forward. Ball forward for Voicey. Now Yayakos. He finds, or looks to find, Ponlu Yin in a wide position. He takes control. And now he looks to play a pass. Kathapoulis lets it roll for DaCosta. Now Yayakos. One more pass that looked to find Davies, but now Wright's in there for the Aces. Playing it back, looking for Mondol. Gets there just ahead of Kathapoulis. Now Maynard. Ball forward here. Kipiator looking to release Aquara. Kipiator instead looks to go to the Cameron direction. Stevenson collects and now heads all the way back to Geekus. Ooh, Aquara almost intercepting that pass. As now the Vianasiu has it. Ponlu Yin back to Stevenson. Threads it through for Kathapoulis. Now Voicey. Here is Ponlu Yin looking for a ball inside, and Kaisalis does well just to ensure it goes behind. A number of Olympic players were slowly gathering inside that box, so inside it's taken quickly. DaCosta, Yin. Still Ponlu Yin looking to flick it inside. Kathapoulis gets their front post, keeps it alive. Back to DaCosta. Chance for Lewis DaCosta on his left. Cross is blocked. Now Voicey trying to come past McDowell. Now Matete. Run's been made here by Davies, and it's a good one. Advances forward. Now Yayakos needs to be clever here. Dispossessed by Maynard, but it spills out to Matete. Ball all the way across to DaCosta. First time crossing delivery. Barnard heads. Maynard clears. Now Vianasiu heads into an open area. Matete trying to get there ahead of Cameron, but Cameron gets there first. Kipiator, he is out wide, and Cameron looking to find him. It's a little wide, but Kipiator should get out there first. Vianasiu trying to track back with him. Still with Emmanuel Kipiator. Comes across to Endry Prifty. Fancies one from distance, but instead it sprays a little wide and out of play for a goal kick. You see that replay. Back to Endry Prifty and shaped up for the shot, and unfortunately for him it's a little wide. And so Olympic here with this goal kick. They come out with possession. Vianasiu looks to loft it long. Headed on by Kathapoulis, and Mifsud gets there. Lays it back here for Mondol. Central ball for Barnard. Matthew Barnard still looking to get forward. It's cut off by Yin and Davies, but Prifty gets in there and does some hard chasing. Cameron further wide. Here's Matthew Wright. Chance to advance down this line. Puts Matete to ground, and across looks to come in for Kipiator. Oh, and he strikes. Puts the Aces in front, and goalkeepers stayed to ground. Replay, we'll see if we can pull up shortly. There was a challenge, I think, made on the goalkeeper. You'll see here, it's goal given. Good ball from Wright, and Kipiator got there first, so it is a goal. Emmanuel Kipiator fires the Aces in front. Some would debate that there was a challenge put on the goalkeeper, but not quite in agreement with the referee. And underway we are. Yakos. Back to Matete. Davies. Now Jacques Matete. Looking for the cross ball. This will arrive here for Stevenson. Lays it forward for Da Costa. Still with Lewis Da Costa. Turns on Casalis. Releases Stevenson on a bit of a run. He goes first time. Kathapoulis looks to get there first, and the offside flag rises. Looked to be level there with the defender, but the referee says Kathapoulis was offside. Now Wright comes wide to Cameron. First time flick on's good. Andre Prifty brings it into control, but Yakos steals it. Now it's Jacques Matete. Touches away, looking to advance out wide. Casalis unable to get there, but Mifsud does. And his clearance is wide, just a little too wide for Aquara to get onto the end of. So Olympic will have a throw in just pretty much on the halfway line. In this far side, we've played now 6.5 minutes already in this second half. The Aces are in front. As Da Costa's header comes inside for Yakos. Looks to touch in away from McDowell, but we'll go back and forward for Aquara. Kipiator, goal scorer of that second goal, looking to pace away from Voicey. Emmanuel Kipiator sends it wide for Aquara. Chance for him to get onto the end of and perhaps proceed into the box. Cuts in away from Stevenson. And then Asir got there first. Good turn there. Clever turn there from Kipiator. Emmanuel Kipiator out to Aquara. Strikes. Referee says play on. Cross comes in. Davies clears. And now Maynard. Looking wide. Then Asir overcooked it. McDowell wasn't able to get there first. Da Costa. Still with Lewis Da Costa. Referee says play on. McDowell. And a block there, and it will be a Mendel throw on this far side. Coming in here to Aquara. And just goes out of play for a goal kick. Harmlessly done there. And so perhaps coaches looking to their substitutes to try and change the game. Goal kick taken nevertheless to Kwana. Now Davies. Davies goes to Yin. Yin leaves it go for Yakos. And Maynard off the touch there. Does go out of play for an Olympic throw. Yakos was able to play it off Maynard. Davies looking in for Kathapoulis, looking to use his body cleverly. Mifsud clears it forward. Quara takes control, and except Matete comes away with it. Stevenson looking to come inside for Yakos, but this could be dangerous. Out of position here. Maynard looks forward, finds Prifty. Ball inside is on, comes in, and perhaps the low-driven pass was the option. Instead to go for the high dink, as now Maynard, his cross goes in. Arriving back stick. Cameron on the edge. Oh, and he has a shot which is caught point blank by Geekus. And instead he throws wide for Voicey. Instead it's left for Da Costa. Lewis Da Costa. Here is now Davies. Wright gets there ahead of Ponlu Yin. Cuts in away from Davies. Matthew Wright still. Here is Prifty and Matete. Andre Prifty fancies an opportunity, looks to send it wide for Wright, but Geekus is able to collect. Now Yakos. Yin, first time ball. Barnard deflects it away. Ponlu Yin, second time on the ball in this passage. Away from Maynard, and there is a free kick in the centre there, so the substitution can be made. And so Rafael Yakos, a good entrance into this game. Started well and was fairly tidy for most of it. It will come off for Mitchell Amity, the number 10, for the number 11. As now Stevenson sends this forward. Barnard with the header. Maynard underneath it. Now Cameron looks wide. Matthew Wright will make the run. Looking to come away from Matete, and Olympic retain the throw. Davies, Voicey. McDowell gets there first. He's able to come away from the midfielder and instead Olympic win it back. Matete. Barnard clears it forward. Away from the danger of Kathapoulis as Geekus takes the ball down and goes wide to the inner sew, but his pass is sloppy. Kipyator can come in and away. Here is Prifty from distance, looking to thread through Aquara, and Geekus does well. Gets there first and gets there promptly. Stevenson. Now Voicey. Looks wide for DaCosta. Here is now Isaac Voicey. Chance to proceed forward. His pass is poor though. Needed a little elevation as Barnard comes the other way for the Aces. And now it's James Cameron. Flicks it wide for Barnard, and now it's back for Wright. Inside ball for McDowell. Back out wide to Barnard. Takes the touch. Just composed stuff to play it now back to his goalkeeper and Mondol. Wright. Sends it forward, looking for Kipyator. It will come out in behind of Stevenson, so Kipyator can retrieve. And now Mifsud. Back here for Mondol. Barnard. Matthew Barnard with possession. Comes out wide. Aquara against Matete. Davies wins this ball. Kathapoulis retains possession. Back to Matete. Wide here for Yin. Now for Davies. Back to Matete. Pressure applied onto him. Good interplay here from Olympic as Stevenson joins in on the attack. Looking to lift it forward. Mayna picks it off. Now McDowell. Mayna's continued his run. Kipyator now can come at the defense of Olympic. Come away from the Inaciu. His ball through can be picked off though. Back now for Christos Geekus. The Inaciu. Wide for Stevenson. DaCosta looking to turn away from Kaisalis. And this will be a Mindel throw and a double change to come for Olympic. So Jacques Matete and Tane Stevenson are the ones that are signalled to come off, and their replacements are going to be Ryan Lehman and number 12 William Reeve. I believe Jacques Matete is on a yellow card. So that is perhaps the reason for the substitution. Yet to make a sub there, Mindel coach Daniel McCormick perhaps will be quick to make one in the coming moments. Still two subs to use for Olympic coach Lewis Bunton as we approach the final half an hour. Kipyator combines with Prifty. Trying to get there first, Ryan Lehman. Kipyator forced back to Kaisalis. Prifty. To send it wide. And getting there first, the Inaciu to quell the danger away from Aquara. So throw in here for Mindel in this far side. Looking to edge a ball into the area as they edge into this corner. Looking to take it inside. And the touch does come, so the corner will be given. Perhaps the intention all along was just to win the corner, and they've done it well. As we are about to approach the 60th minute. Less than 1/3 of the match remaining. It's from a corner at the end of the first half. It was the last kick or the last action of the game which saw the Aces equalise, and now they've hit the front. So a chance here to extend their lead from this corner. Short it's taken. And it comes, looking to edge one. Back to Barnard. Shot comes from distance, and well, that's very off target. Just a goal kick. Geekus, short to Quana. Now Davies touches up and looks for an option. Boise offers. Back out wide to Davies. Into play is good. Maynard picks it off. Mindle looking to come out wide. Instead proceeds back there. Clifford Maynard. Mifsud. Edges one forward. Davies cuts it off. Ponlu Yin. Brought to ground. Referee says play on. And advantage wasn't quite there. So, Olympic free kick. Sends it wide. Here is DeCosta. Looking to come away from Kipiator. Good challenge put in as well. But DeCosta looks to get in there second time. Trying to come past Kai Salas. Amity just a little overcooked there. Kipiator. This one perhaps overcooked as well as Wright just clears his lines. The Inasiu has it down. Will Reeve puts in a good pass. Comes out to Christos Geekus. Oh, his pass is poor. Kipiator can pick it up. Good tackle from Dionisiu, really saving his goalkeeper there. But now here's Prifty. Chance to adventure forward. Pass blocked off momentarily. Does get to the feet of Kane McDowell. Now Cameron. Overcooked run being made by Wright. Cameron back to McDowell. Cameron. Tackle put in by Lehman. Now Kipiator. Picked off by Amity. Now Lewis DeCosta. Back to Lehman. It's ball forward. Finding only Clifford Maynard to ground. And now Barnard plays it back to the goalkeeper. Now Mondol. Short ball to Mifsud. Barnard. Coming forward for the Aces. Matthew Barnard. Clifford Maynard. Amity. And Olympic free kick there just in the centre. Holding up to take the contact. Quana. Bobbles out here to Adam Davies. Ponlu Yin. Davies. Now Quana. Oh, he's just possessed here by Uche Aquara. Quana needs to scurry back to goal. Aquara looking to come away from Quana. Still with Aquara. Outside the foot pass to Kipiator. And Lehman does some hard running to get there first ahead of Kipiator. But Kipiator does really well. Wins the corner. Looked like a dire situation there where Olympic would come out of defence and on the other side. But Kipiator does well to play it off the Olympic defender and out for a corner. Another chance here. Another opportunity to add the third. And Clifford Maynard comes out to take that one. Chance here for the Aces to add a third. Good distance on the cross. McDowell's back there, but Boise will look to come out the back. Barnard heavy running. Boise's ball look to find Kathapoulos. It goes all the way through to Mifsud. Now Barnard. Inside ball, looking for Prifty. Will Reeve put him under a bit of pressure. Now it's Mifsud. Matthew Mifsud. He goes all the way across. Clifford Maynard. Ball into the area, looking for perhaps an off the line of Geekus. Geekus throws wide here for Davies. Inside for Voicey, turns away from Prifty. Now Amity. Kathapoulos. Looking for the run of Ryan Lehman. Controls and advances down the line. Looking to pace away from Kipiator. Still with Lehman. Turns and the tackle's made. So Olympic have a throw. And a chance perhaps to get something of meaning into the box by this throw in. Less than 25 minutes to go here. on the North Crest scoreboard, 2-1. So throw-in comes towards Amity. Still with Amity. Cross comes into the box. Mondol makes an initial save and can eventually save it and end the danger. Wright coming out of defence. Voicey with a strike and goes out of play for a goal kick there. So dangerous stuff there. Ball got played in and Mondol gathered it eventually. And Andrew Prifty will be relieved of his duties coming off the pitch. Oh no, injury is not coming off the pitch. It's James Cameron who's relieved of his duties. James Cameron substituted, Israel Tan off. Andrew Prifty is just being deputised now in this wide area. Yeah, I heard a call for injury, thinking it was the number 14 to be replaced, but that's not the case. James Cameron comes off and replacing him is Israel Tan. Matthew Wright told to pace forward. Matthew Wright plays it eventually to Uche Aquara. Good running race between him and Kwana. Unfortunately unable to keep it alive. Kwana throws in quickly to Davies. Now Reeve. Dinking it over for Voicey. Now Davies. Here is Adam Davies. Inside ball finds Mitchell Amity. Playing it over the top. His pass was blocked, but this will trickle out for Lewis DaCosta. Turns away from Kaisalis. Now Amity. Going to come away from a couple. Referee says play on. Kaisalis. Kipyator. Trying to play it forward for Tan. Voicey. Tackled there by Kipyator. Hard running needs to be done here. Davies thankfully had good positioning. Now Ponlu Yin. Good touch. It's been very silky this afternoon, Ponlu Yin. And now Amity. Still with time. Amity has a shot. Oh, it's all the way in. Mitchell Amity goes bang. And that's a simply wonderful hit from the Olympic veteran. That needs multiple replays just to appreciate that. Good ball from Yin. Amity in the open space. Flicked it up, and he hit that with absolute confidence. That is a wonderful goal. Mitchell Amity restores it back to 2-2, or back level, and that was... Oh, that's going to be a highlight reel, I tell you what. Wonderful hit from Mitchell Amity, and we all square again. As McDowell, Mindel will try and hit back quickly. Chance to cross it inside. Kwana stands his ground and eventually fouled. So it'll be an Olympic free kick in defence here. Sportsmanship there shown by McDowell. Champion player he is as well, the Aces captain. Such confidence in that hit by Amity. Almost had no right to do that from there, but it's the reason why he's got the most goals in the Men's Premier League. Israel Tan comes through and trying to repeat the heroics of what we just saw from Olympics number 11, but not quite of the same caliber, Israel Tan. Certainly one for the personal highlights reel. Goal by Mitchell Amity. Some hit as well. Young strikers at home, definitely watch that. Young defenders at home, don't watch that because you want to close down that space. Not many players would have the audacity to try that, but Mitchell Amity is not just a regular player. He is a special player. As the Nasir heads it forward. Free kick is given, agreed upon by the referee. And so, perhaps a ball forward for Will Reeve. Assesses the option, goes to DaCosta. Now back to Ryan Lehman, the substitute. Samuel Kwana in the space here. Billy Kathopoulos, good control. Looking to dink it over the top. Amity cuts inside. Playing to angle the run there, Ponlu Yin. Played back to Mondol. Mondol clears his lines. Lehman does well to get there first. Takes the touch. Cross comes in. Might come all the way through. And, MAFC had to be careful. Out for a corner. Pressure mounting. Olympic can feel it. And Daniel McCormick, the Mindil Aces coach, can see that as well. And so substitution can take place for the Aces. And will be a corner kick to be taken. Kai Salas replaced, and Anders Vold can come onto the pitch for Mindil. Towering number 4, Anders Vold, and fits perfectly to defend this corner. DeCosta, headed out by McDowell. Go all the way out of play for a throw-in. And sets up an absolutely exciting final 20 minutes of this game. Regardless of who is to win it from here, if we are to have a victor, it is set up and poised perfectly. Lehman throws forward. Kathapoulis trying to head away. Competing with probably the tallest man on the pitch at the moment, Anders Vold. Voicey dispossessed by McDowell. Leaving in the foot for DeCosta to try and come away. Here is Israel Tan, not going to come away from Reeve. Now Matthew Wright can drive, and he can drive ferociously. Matthew Wright for Mindil comes here for Israel Tan. Still with possession, proceeds back. Kathapoulis looking to win it away from Barnard, but Barnard does well. Anders Vold comes wide. DeCosta picks off the pass. Voicey trying to steal it away. Now it's Amity, the ball and the back is on. Mitchell Amity, and I thought that was perfect. I thought that was picture perfect from Lewis DeCosta. But the referee says it was offside. Be interesting to see how that one was. He may have just been offside, but certainly from my angle it looked like it was as close as it could have been. So good invention there, but nevertheless the offside flag raises as MAFC plays it forward to Aquara. Space to shoot. Blocked there from Dionisiu. Bounces fortuitously for Wright and of the Aces. Dinks a ball into the box. Brifty takes it down, looking to come past Davies, but Davies does well. The awareness on the defender just to play it out for a throw-in instead of that corner kick. Thrown in there by Wright to McDowell. Going to come away from Reeve. Back to Wright. Cross comes in. Lehman with the header. And Ponlu Yin brought to ground by Israel Tan. Referee says play on. Wright. Cross looks to come in. Angled a little much behind, and it does go out of play for a goal kick. So, of course, many thanks to Diamond Barbers. 4 locations across the territory. Parat, Pellamac, the Darwin CBD, and Coolingga. Book now in 2023 and stay fresh with Diamond Barbers. As Lewis DeCosta hoofs this one wide. Kathapoulis running race with Barnard. Kathapoulis backs himself. Amity strikes. And that's a wonderful save there by Mondol. Done very well there, Olympic. Kathapoulis could sense the opportunity being created. Held off the body, laid it back for Amity, and perhaps didn't catch it with enough power. And Mondol makes a good save. And of course, many thanks to the Ward Keller, experts in family and criminal law as well as domestic violence, and you can reach them on 1800 978 360, 1800 978 360. As Olympic will look to try and make it 3-2. Corner comes in, it's short. Voicey didn't quite get contact on that. And Vold is played it out behind, so corner kick. So corner kick now for Olympic. Comes in with good distance. It's all the way out the back. Maynard may try and keep it in, but instead the byline was always going to beat him. Less than 15 minutes to go in this contest, and 2 goals to 2. A goal for each team in either half so far. It's now Prifty looking to turn away from Lehman. Getting in there well was Reeve. Lehman leaves it behind. Reeve trying to get involved again. Lehman trying to play it forward. Barnard back out the first time. Gipiatul with a headed flick on. Kwana looking to come away from Aquara. Ponlu Yin, nice touch to keep it away from right. It's a good ball. Amity takes it down well. Looking to play it over the top here. Ball Barnard does well. Kathapoulos was looping in behind. Barnard short to Maynard. And now here is Mifsud. Chance here for Mifsud to lay it forward. Looking for a teammate, but it's just able to trickle all the way back to the goalkeeper. Reeve. Forward here for Voicey. Now Kathapoulos. He looks wide. Mifsud with the header. Chance here for Prifty to come away from Lehman. Look to go down the line. Lehman eventually makes a good tackle. Puts that a play for the throw, and it's thrown quickly and with a hurry. Here's Aquara. He's bounced away from the Anasiu. Looks to cut inside. Aquara! Block off the Anasiu. Amity looking to clear his lines. Luis da Costa. And off the hand there, says the referee. So Olympic have a free kick. Wide here. Da Costa. Kathapoulos. Wide for Da Costa, looking to cut inside. Kathapoulos. Ondersvold getting in there. Lehman. Ryan Lehman. Forward here for Voicey. Still with Isaac Voicey. Lays it wide to Ponlu Yin. Looking to touch in behind right. Now Voicey once again looking to come past Barnard. And Barnard clears his lines for the moment. Amity from distance, and he strikes again, but off balance on the right foot. Maynard. This looks to come wide, perhaps for Wright. It does. Matthew Wright. And Reeve gets there first. Here is Yin. Looking to bounce it inside. Ondersvold comes away with the ball. Pokes it forward looking for Aquara. Unsuccessful as now Kwana has possession. Wright gets there first. And Gipiatul comes away. Ball forward over the top for Aquara. Runners are on board. Wright's made the run. Can he make the shot? And it's blocked there from Kwana. Corner, says the referee. Kwana insists that it came back off the Mindle forward, but referee points out and behind for a corner kick. I mentioned it, and I've mentioned it before. It was a corner on the stroke of half-time that undid all of Olympics' good work as it's taken quickly. Maynard back inside. Header comes. Oh, and it's wide. It's just a goal kick. It was off an Aces forward. As another substitute gets ready. Need not remind you that it was this man, number 12, Dominic Burbidge, who was the player who scored the third goal on Friday between these two teams from a free kick. So end of the night for Andrew Prifty, and on comes Dom Burbidge. So Dominic Burbidge on and Andrew Prifty off in what remains in just over 10 minutes here. Short goal kick. Here is the Nasir. Reeve. Reeve back to Kwana. And now Davies takes a touch and proceeds forward. Ponlu Yin receives. Pressured by Wright, and free kick to Olympic. Davies looking to lift it over the top. Barnard takes the touch. Wright. Israel Tan. Tan thought about it. Goes wide to Barnard. Inside now for Maynard. Dispossessed by Kathapoulos, but straight to Tan. Referee says play on. Gipiatul looking to pace away. And A free kick is given. So free kick will come back for Mindel. And so Clifford Maynard with this free kick. Look to find an option in the box. It's angled well. McDowell does a good header. Hits the roof of the net. Can't quite repeat his heading heroics in the first half with that attempt. It wasn't a bad delivery by Clifford Maynard. Put into the box, and McDowell with the header just over the bar. As Quana looks to come out of defence. Barnard's there for the Aces. Heavy touch on by Tarn. It's good though in the second attempt. Davies forward. Kathapoulos with control. He looks to play it in a dangerous area. Lewis DaCosta might be able to pace away. Referee says play on. DaCosta still with the ball, and it's tackled by Mifsud. Appeals for it. And it is a corner. Despite the pleas of Matthew Mifsud. And so substitute to come here. Ponlu Yin is being replaced, and coming on in his place is the very young Joseph Mutalemba. Made a substitute appearance a number of weeks back, and since then has kept his spot in this men's Premier League side. Started on Friday, I believe, and making a substitute appearance tonight, Joseph Mutalemba. Coming on for the last 10 minutes or so as DaCosta's ball comes in. Angled in and cleared out by the Aces. Ryan Lehman will keep this one alive. Cross looks to come inside. McDowell puts it out. Voicey with a strike. Oh, and it bounces. But plenty of time for Mondol to gather that time. Mondol throws wide to Undersvold. Now Mondol hits it long. Lehman gets under there and chests that down. Reeve back to Lehman. Fancies an attempt from distance. Mutalemba comes across and looking to keep it alive. And it did go out of play. Corner kick, I think. The signal. And so corner kick. So corner for Olympic in the 83rd and a half minute here. Chance to edge in front. In comes the delivery. Header back. Strike from Kathapoulos. And eventually cleared by the Aces. Got Fafu in the box, and Olympic nearly had a razor sharp shot at goal. Blocked out and cleared eventually. Thrown in long there by Lehman. Headed by Vold, and Burbage unable to get it further forward, so throw in once again. Thrown inside here. Undersvold gets a header to it. Still with possession, and fouled there, and Mindel can come out of defence. Mifsud sends this forward. Burbage with the header. Dionisio underneath it. Voicey. Back across to Lehman. Forward down the line looking for DaCosta. Not able to keep it in. And of course at this stage, many thanks to Steelline and NTF. Steelline service over and above. NTF, your local construction supplier. Hudson Apartments as well. If you're looking for a place to stay in the northern suburbs, then look no further than Hudson Apartments. And Darwin Olympic Sporting Club for their contributions in season 2023. As the throw's taken, headed in. And they're looking to win it was Acquira, now Vold. He's unable to keep that ball in his stride, so Olympic throw on this far side. Last 5 minutes of regulation time and a chance to steal it. We'll see what they can pull off here. Either of these two teams, all it takes is one opportunity, one shot. Can secure 3 points from this position. MAFC looks to go down the line and it's cleared out. So Olympic throw once again. Kathapoulos turns away from Vold. Chance to come in here. Muchalemba. Oh, it's gone in! Muchalemba scores! And Olympic have the lead once again. Fantastic play from the Reds. And they might have stolen all 3 points here. We'll see this replay. It's well done from Kathapoulos. Finds Muchalemba in the open space. And he puts it away. Dispatches for the Reds. And with less than 4 minutes of regulation time left, and that could just very well be the goal that steals all 3 points. But Mindle aren't done yet. Maynard, ball over the top, looking for Kipiator. Davies comes, and he clears it down the line. Muchalemba with a good touch. Here is Voicey, looks back down the line. Kathapoulos trying to get involved again. Here is Kathapoulos, edging ball for DaCosta. Looking back across here, Kathapoulos will need to rise, makes a good header. Muchalemba comes across to keep it inside, and he does. Right. And free kick for the Aces. Taken quickly. And Barnard. Maynard. Looking forward. McDowell with the chest there. The Anasiu there as well. Will Reeve, Burbage and Aquara nearby. Ondersvold will let this run over. Barnard heads up into the air. Pressure here from Kathapoulos might come. And Kathapoulos trying to get away. Shot comes. Oh! Off the bar. Muchalemba needed to trap that perhaps. And the opportunity was there. It just didn't quite come. And a goal kick to be taken. And attention required for Kathapoulos on this far side. So a substitution for the Aces. Coming off is Matthew Barnard. He's done very well, Barnard. Disappointed with himself perhaps, but the replacement, Armandani, will try and change the Aces' fortunes in the time that remains. Kathapoulos down here. And they've got one substitution left in Formoso. He perhaps will come on and run the game out, perhaps in the time that remains. We'll see if that is the eventuality. The substitution is required, as indicated by the Olympic coaching staff. And so Kathapoulos can come on. And so last minutes remain. And Formoso comes on for Kathapoulos, looking to perhaps slot into defence here as Ondersvold continues with possession for the Aces. Now Israel Tan, they need to muster forward. Forward by Tan. Arnie with the header. Kipiator underneath. Davies trying to get in there again. Kipiator forward. Muchalemba trying to put some pressure on right. Davies as well. Muchalemba tries to get firstly in there. Still with Kipiator coming down wide. Oh, cleverly done from Kipiator. Reeve hoofs it up into the air. And this will bounce, I think, out of play. Israel Tan collects and look to throw it inside. Over to Ondersvold. Across here for Clifford Maynard. Less than 30 seconds of regulation time remain. As now it's Ondersvold to Israel Tan. Looking to play it to McDowell. It's good. Formoso makes a tackle. Nicely done from McDowell. Keeps the play alive. Cross comes in. Reeve hits it up into the night sky. Hard to track this ball, but Reeve does well in the second attempt. Comes in and hoofs it forward. Mondol coming out to try and collect it. Keeps the play alive. Goes down the line to MAFC. Here is Aquara running hard out wide. And it's a good tackle by Lehman. Reached the end of regulation time. Could this be a famous victory for Olympic? We'll see if they can hold out the Aces. They might have one or two more chances here. Certainly, I don't think this is it. Referee would have allowed some time for stoppages. Still alive here. Ball comes across. Kipyator and cleared out first time. Vold. Here is Maynor. Clifford Maynor comes back across. Emmanuel Kipyator. Heavy touch. Voicey tried to come across and Amity cleared his lines. Still alive here for the Aces. Mifsud. Cross comes into the box and Geekus can collect and take some time there. A bit of a nudge on the goalkeeper. And he'll stay to ground here. Christos Geekus. I think he's earned that reprieve as Amity goes to ground as well. And so... And he goes to ground, still to ground there, Geekus. We'll see if he's okay to continue. And play can continue. Ball goes forward. And straight out of play. We'll see how long is put on by the referee. Thrown in to Israel Tan by Mifsud. Israel Tan still advancing forward for the Aces. Kipyator trying to get past Formoso. Free kick. Formoso concedes that one. Perhaps a required free kick to concede with only moments remaining. And so Clifford Maynor with the set piece delivery. It comes into the box. It's a good length as well. Geekus rises. Good clearance from the goalkeeper, DaCosta. And now Amity pressuring Tan. Maynor trying to come away from Voicey. He's done well, Voicey. Playing it forward, looking for Amity. Israel Tan, some hard running. Needs to keep this alive. Look to keep it alive. Voicey now for Olympic. Chance to drive. He looks centrally. Here is Lewis DaCosta trying to come past Vold. Now Amity looking to go perhaps to the corner. Mitchell Amity. Strength to keep Kipyator away. And it goes out of play. Throw into Olympic. Late on here. Darwin Olympic looking to hold on for all 3 points. Voicey. Back to Kwana. Sends this forward with a lot of heft there. As now Mondol puts it down. He looks to clear it forward. Headers need to come. Lehman makes one. Aquara. Then Asiu. Burbage. Oh, and this could be on here. Kwana needs to clear it. Comes across for Olympic. Still with Kwana. Now for Moso. Referee puts the whistle in the mouth. And now Mutalemba. Chance for Olympic late on here. A fourth perhaps on. Mutalemba. Still. Can he can advance pass on to Zvold. It'll go out for an Olympic throw, but I won't think it'll matter. Referee looking to blow the final whistle in the moments to come. Throwing for Olympic deep in here. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen, how long is left. The referee certainly giving the Aces an opportunity to get back into this one. As Lehman throws inside. Vold trying to get there. DaCosta over the top of Vold. Still here. Up into the air by Maynor. Mondol clears. Voicey. Formoso still. This could be on. Kipyator. Nicely done from Mutalemba. Still with Kipyator. Now Tan. And that brings the result to an end. Olympic take all 3 points. They reverse the revenge from Friday night. And they come out victors, 3-2. Goal scorers this evening for the Aces. It was Kane McDowell with a lightning header. Manuel Kipyator in the second half. But for Olympic, it was Lewis DaCosta with the opener, Mitchell Amity with the second, and probably the goal of the season. And then Joseph Mutalemba with a wonderful finish towards the end. That takes all 3 points. My name has been George Scoufezes, and it's been a pleasure to have you this Tuesday evening. We'll see you again Friday night for Men's Premier League.